Welcome to Lockdown Economy, a social nonprofit initiative by think tank AlterContacts to help small businesses and self employed professionals overcome the challenges of the pandemic and reactivate the economy. My name is Julie Jerusalem, and today our guest is Veronica Baguio, the founder and owner of Balik Batik. Hello, Veronica. How are you?
Mayang hapon. How are you, Miss Julie? Thank you so much for having us.
Well, I'm doing great, and thank you for actually joining us here in Lockdown Economy. So, let us start. Introduce to us your business, Balik Batik.
So, Balik Batik is a social enterprise and we promote Filipino traditional hand-woven fabrics, traditional embroidery design, or traditional artistry through modern clothing pieces and accessories. So, we partner with different weaving communities or indigenous groups of all from all over the Philippines, and we work with them on designs for blazers, jackets, cover ups that are wearable by Filipinos any day or every day.
So, Veronica, what is the advocacy that Balik Batik stands for?
So this really started with a love for local. I've always really liked local designs ever since a few years back, but I've never really been able to wear them because usually they're for formal events.
Yeah.
So this year, yes, so pang formal, pang maybe sauna, and hindi naman ako pupunta sa sauna. So I love them, I admired them, but never really got around to wearing or having one of my own. This year, I had a trip. We had a work trip to different cities in Mindanao, and I actually discovered some blazers that I really loved because they looked so uniquely Filipino. And then I felt like these are pieces that I can wear to work. And I realized that actually a lot of other people want to wear Filipino designs on a more regular basis. And more than that, the advocacy is about promoting Filipino designs
Mhm.
because we have a lot of very many traditional and diverse designs in terms of hand-woven fabrics, in terms of embroidery traditions from all over the Philippines, different indigenous groups. And we want to promote that so that more Filipinos actually appreciate the diversity of our culture and design.
Veronica, may I know what is the exact name of the fabric used by Balik Batik?
So it's interesting because we actually started with batik products, and batik is a
Ah,
printed kind of fabric. But ever since we started March 2020, just this year in the middle of the pandemic, we really expanded to using many different hand-woven fabrics from different indigenous or weaving communities. So example for Mindanao, we have tinalak from the Tiboli of South Cotabato. We've also created pieces with inaol, that's from the Iranun tribe. That's the inaol is a traditional hand-woven fabric of Maguindanao. You have in Visayas, you have Hablon de Argao from Cebu, where I'm from, or Hablon from Iloilo as well. In Luzon, you also have hand-woven fabrics from the Cordilleran region. You have the Kalinga hand-woven fabric, and from Abra, you have Binacol and Cantarines. So we actually work with a lot of different fabrics.
so you have like a diverse catalog.
Yes, from all over the Philippines. I like to say na it's from the north to the south because all the way up in Abra down to South Cotabato.
Can you tell us something about the donation drive that you did for the victims of recent typhoons?
So during the typhoons, I think everyone really felt um the great need that our countrymen really felt. I mean, I think we all know how it felt to see the posts of people on the roofs. So what we did is to really donate our sales and our even our profits during that time to different donation drives. So we identified organizations such as Tindog Bicol that we knew were working on ground. We also donated to a group in Albay run by youth leaders. Also on from us directly are actually our shop based in Bulacan, our partner designers. We cook we helped them. So we gave them the resources so that they can prepare meals for the evacuees of the typhoon. Because during that time, the evacuees had no access to food because di sila makauwi. So I think it a lot of other small businesses, even though we're small, we really try to help, and a lot of other small businesses did that. So it's really nice during that time. It was a difficult time, but we all
Yes.
tried to pitch in.
So Veronica, how is Balik Batik during the lockdown?
It's very interesting because we actually started right before the lockdown here in Cebu. So I had 1 week to start shipping out pieces, and then boom, lockdown. So it was a challenge, of course, because we are a new brand and we were just starting out, and suddenly we had all these limitations. But also came opportunities because everyone was on social media, and so we were able to really connect with and grow a community of local lovers by having this online presence and always sharing information about hand woven fabrics or embroidery. So at the start, it was a challenge, but we just kept on going, even if we weren't sure how long we would be stuck, right? We didn't know, but we
Yeah.
just kept going, and it's been growing ever since.
So Veronica, what are the strategies you've utilized to stimulate your business and attract more customers online?
So through online means, I think it's about being able to get in touch with the people or the market. And for us, we really, as a young person, I also want to, like, encourage more young people to wear Filipino designs.
Mhm.
So during the start, especially, we were really engaging them through different means. One was we people made designs of our pieces on Animal Crossing. It's a game
Wow.
on a gaming console. I'm not sure which, but it's a game. And I think what how we really connected with the people is by really sharing information about the different designs of the Filipinos. During that time, a lot of people were online, and so a lot of people really engaged with and liked the idea of knowing more about the Philippines through the designs.
So, do you know how your customers and your competition are doing now?
I think right now it's really great because we're not the only local brand that popped up during this year. I feel like there was such a surge of support local, promote local, and you can really see different
Yes.
small businesses popping up, right? So I think it's really great that we're not the only ones doing this. We're not the first, we won't be the last. And I think each brand really brings in their own specialty. And I think it's great that more shops are really promoting local designs.
Then, what is different with Balik Batik?
What I think is different from us, one is we're very diverse.
Mm-hmm.
So you have shops that are focused on weaves from certain provinces because that's where they're from, and so they promote those weaves. Maybe they're from Mindanao, so they promote the Mindanao fabrics, or they're from Ilocos, so they promote the hand woven fabrics from Ilocos. What we have is very diverse. So we really source from so many different ethnic groups, so many different weavers, so you can see so many different designs in our pieces. And second, our designs really, we really want to make it wearable.
Mm-hmm.
Not just in special events. You can wear it any day. You can wear it to your Zoom meetings. You can wear it at home. So that's what we really try to promote. So I think that's what sets us apart. That we really want to make it wearable any day, every day.
Just this October 31, the well-known Filipino boy group SB19 wore customized Balik Batik pieces for their performance during the Philippines-Korea Cultural Exchange Festival. Am I correct?
Yes, yes, they
So
did.
tell us something about that.
It's I that was very surprising. So I think it's because we were so engaging online on Twitter. We're on Twitter. That's how we started. Their fans actually kept suggesting to SB19, please wear them, or they would say, we want SB19 to wear these kinds of clothing pieces because they're a Pinoy pop group, so the fans wanted them to wear the Pinoy fabrics. So kami naman, we were like, whoa, we're a small business. We're just starting out. It's a big wish. It's a big goal. But, we were just, it was a wish. But I think it got so much traction. The fans really saw the designs and really loved the idea of letting SB19 wear them. And it came to a point where someone contacted us, and then it was actually their manager now. So at first I was like, oh my God, they contacted us. So when I knew what they were doing for, it was for a Philippine Korean Festival Exchange performance. We were very game to actually create their pieces for them. So it was a very collaborative effort. The SB19, each member really had an idea of what they wanted to wear. They collaborated with our designer, and we really pushed for hand woven fabrics to be used. And they also loved the idea. So I think it turned out great naman.
So, Veronica, after experiencing such an amazing feat and looking forward, what are your plans?
Our plans really is well, to be honest, when I started Balik Batik, I had no plan to start this. So as of now, um we're still in awe of how much we've grown over the
Mm-hmm.
past 10 months, that just 10 months or 9 months. So I think next year we are going to try to make sense of what's happened, because the past few months we just kept going. We haven't really had time to pause and reflect, where are we going. So I think my first plan is to pause and reflect so that we can really plan.
You mentioned earlier that you struggled during the start of Balik Batik because during that time, quarantine was imposed in Cebu. So, in terms of struggles, can you name three things you need help with?
I think three things that we would need help with are, first, um I do believe that there are organizations um that focus on weaving hand woven fabrics in the Philippines, and they do have seminars on how to best respect the use of these fabrics. I think that's one thing that I and maybe other brands that started need help with, because sometimes we might get too excited with the fabric that we're not sure if we're using it correctly. There It recently happened kasi that a weaver said that, hey, you're not allowed to use tinalak as a face mask. So I think that kind of information, which organizations are doing, but would be very helpful for us to operate. Since we are working with indigenous fabrics, it's important for us to respect them. Um, Second, I think trainings as a young social entrepreneur without a background in business. So my background is in psychology. I don't have a good grasp of I'm still learning business. So I think maybe trainings on small business management would be very important, because I think the trainings nowadays are like it really looks at it from a big perspective. So but a small business operates differently. So I think a training on small business management would be very helpful right now. I think it's connected to what I said. Now I have to pause and reflect and maybe learn more so that we can grow more. I think the third one, I can't think now. The third one would be, I would, it's not really more of help, but it would be really much appreciated if more people promote and support local.
Yes. Let's say that you're conversing with potential customers. Tell them why they should choose Balik Batik.
You should choose Balik Batik because we work directly with our partner weavers and artisans. We promote their work, we respect their work, and we want to promote local in collaboration with our partners. So we really make sure that our designs are respectful and beautiful.
Okay. A local business that promotes a diverse Philippine culture through hand-woven fabrics. This is Balik Batik. Thank you so much, Veronica.
Daghang salamat!
Walang anuman. Also, thank you to everyone who joined us today. Feel free to contact Balik Batik using the links in the description box. And I invite you to like this video, comment your thoughts about today's discussion, and subscribe to this channel. In the coming weeks, we're going to share more insights with you, so stay tuned. My name is Julie Jerusalem, and this is Lockdown Economy.